Hey there folks, Paul Glasgow here with Legally Armed America. I'm here today to do a video that's a little bit different than our standard video review of firearms, ammo, and even techniques and tactics and things like that in terms of how to use your firearm. We want to talk about bump fire stocks. Obviously, with the Las Vegas shooting being done and handled in an extremely cowardly way by some jackass, we want to point out some of the things that the mainstream media is just flat out missing. They're talking about bump fire stocks now, allegedly, according to pictures that we've seen, a bump fire stock which appears to be one made by Slide Fire. These are actually made by Fostech. They're talking about these in terms of making the gun fully automatic. And they're making it sound like it's a replacement for a gun being fully automatic and just as effective. We want to show some of the myths and the truths in terms of bump fire stocks with an AR style platform, and we have on an AK style platform. Okay guys, I'm not going to bore you with the overall installation of the bump fire stock onto your AR system, but I will show you this. I want you guys to see that what you're really replacing when you install one of these is the buttstock and the hand. You notice the handle right here. Everything along with the buttstock and the handle are actually connected to one another. What's happening is this little indentation that you see right here, just to the left of the pistol grip, what it's going to do is it's going to allow you to engage the trigger and still stay in contact with the bump fire stock itself. Now you'll also notice that I have a vertical grip on this rifle. I rarely use one, but it's somewhat necessary in terms of these type of rifles because you're doing a push-pull type of action here to try to keep this thing steady. So not only does that help you out, but you're going to also get some heat off the barrel because this thing's going to heat up fast, pretty fast, from you shooting it rapidly like that with the bump fire system in place. Alright guys, let me give you a quick little example of how this thing works. Load it up, charge, let me get on fire, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this vertical grip and I'm holding my pistol grip and I'm going to gently pull them apart. Like pull this, I'm going to be pushing forward with this hand and pulling rearward with this hand. This is how they fire. As you guys can see, the AK variant pretty much works the same way. Obviously, it's just on an AK. Now notice my body, how it pushes rearward from that steady recoil of that shot going off. This is why these things are not consistent and not preferred. I'm even going to put my right leg rearward to try to brace myself, and you're still going to see my torso get pushed backwards. Again, only a total jackass would use one of these. Alright guys, you might be wondering how come not everybody uses these if they're so awesome as far as getting you rapid fire. I set a target up out here at 25 yards. I want to show you why these bump fire stocks are not viable options if you're serious about shooting. I want to show you why they're not normally used in crimes. This crackpot whack job in Las Vegas was shooting down on top of 25,000 people in a crowd. Doesn't make him a marksman or a sniper or a good shot in any kind, the fact that he wounded and hurt so many people. These are not viable options when it comes to accuracy and trying to be proficient with your firearm. Okay guys, to be fair, I've tried to set this target up, this steel target, at 25 yards down there, and I want to show you guys how inconsistent of a shot one of these bump fires makes a standard AR-15. Again, I hope you can see this. I wanted you to be able to see me and the target. I'm going to try it again. I want you to see this. I maybe hit it twice, maybe 3 times. Not very consistent. Not going to trust my life to one of these. Now, out of fairness, I moved up 10 yards. I'm trying it at 15 yards now. Came back from my 25 yards, a good 10 feet. So let's try that. Let's see if I'm any more accurate at this distance with a bump fire stock. A little bit. I mean, I hit it, and I'm at 15 yards. So knocking 10 yards off, yeah, it made a difference. But again, totally ineffective. Let me show you how effective at 25 yards I can be with a single shot. Now there's a little switch right here that you turn 90 degrees. What that does is it locks this stock in place and allows you to shoot this thing like a standard semi-automatic AR-15 would do. I hit way more times by having a controlled follow-up shot than all of those other bump fire magazines combined. Folks, plain and simple, a bump fire stock is a really stupid option. Unless you're planning on not hitting what you're shooting at and you just want to waste a ton of ammo, these things are not what you're looking for. It was a stupid choice by this clown in Las Vegas to choose in the first place. Clearly the guy knew nothing about firearms. Our hearts and prayers definitely go out to the people in Las Vegas who lost their lives, all of their families. We pray for all of them, and we hope something comes of this. If we're going to start a conversation about gun control, let's at least hear the left, what they're proposing. That doesn't include banning everything. Because anytime they have an idea, they want to ban everything, but they want to tell us that are pro-Second Amendment, let's at least have a conversation. Clearly, they don't want to have a conversation. They want to be the ones doing all the talking. We're not going to allow that.